afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for October 18th, 2020, 3 p.m., Sunday. Remember, all of us, we're in a existence right now that the external influential waves of frequency, remember, they are just thought that have been embraced into a reality in a illusion. It's important for us, and I think most of us understand this, not to engage from the perspective of being seduced into it, or the rhetoric, or any of the activity, is to just watch, view, spectate, but not interact. Because of this, we've done it for so many lifetimes and so many existences, and you can imagine that as us, all of us as a collective, is part of the one and pure consciousness, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Everything and everything, nothing and nothing. So we are finitely connected, pure consciousness, to all things. That's how we can be, and it's probably most likely not a complete understanding of it yet, but in time we will understand what that means, is that we are literally existing on all planes, all frequencies, all dimensions, all densities, all at once, each experiencing different ways, but mastering the same. And for us to understand that we created these bodies to experience and discover, while in physical form, who and what we are. That's one of the main motivations for us to enter physical form, to discover who and what we are. We're not talking about the body. We're talking about our core essence, our existence throughout the cosmos and throughout celestiality. It's everything and everything and nothing and nothing. And it's about mastering. Most of us, the majority on this planet, we believe that everything comes from outside of us. Everything that we experience or that we desire or want comes from outside, external energies and frequencies. We pursue it. We run after it. We strive, always on this high accelerated race. The civilization generates a high anxiety and stress to get somewhere, to always get somewhere. That's why so many feel that they have fallen short of themselves, have disappointed themselves. They feel that they just don't deserve, that they haven't accomplished, that they aren't as successful as the next person, that they're failures, and so on and so forth. We just have so many emotions that we're seduced into by the ego mind that it isn't surprising to see where the civilization is at in its emotionality, in physical form. And we look at it's always prevalent with us about abundance. It's about, when everybody is abundant, then there is what? No starvation. Many things that many of us experience in stress and fear and anxiety is eliminated. And abundance, we know, is many things. Abundance of good health, abundance of good wealth, abundance of happiness, abundance of peace, abundance of joy. All of these fall into abundance, which means having unlimited happiness. And the only limits to happiness is what we put onto it from the outside. And how do we increase our abundance in our lives is learning how, to train our mind to focus in one continuous direction for an extended period of time. Remember that it's always extended periods of time which you can convert to practice on all of this. And it's only up to you. It isn't up to some expert or somebody out there that you feel that has some kind of credibility that is going to tell you what to do. It's about you creating into reality your decision, your commitment, and your direction. It's always about you. And a lot of people say, well, that's selfish and, always about you. No, we don't mean it that way. It is discovering ourselves so that when we interact with others, it is in joy and peace. And of course, it affects everybody. All of us are affecting many. With over 300 million across this planet and off-world that are communicating in this meditation, we're all one. That means that you can take over 300 million times a million, because each one of us affect at least a million. Okay? So you take 300 million times a million. And then you get an idea of the saturation point that we have gone way over, which is a good thing, to literally transcending this third density, and not so much transcending it, but moving beyond it as a collective consciousness and as a civilization experiencing in physical form. So you hold a vision. And this vision is in practice, is that you have. And this is a wonderful way to create the reality. Once the mind can focus, it will listen and obey your every command. But most of the time our minds aren't focused. They're just flailing around everywhere. You've seen the cartoon character, Tasmanian Devil. That's what our minds are like. Everywhere. Constantly, non-stop. Because you picture that, all right? And remember that we focus from within and we watch. We watch ourselves. We view ourselves without judgment, okay? And we visualize in our visionaries. You're all visionaries. Every one of us are. Some are sound asleep, okay? And some are just waking and some are awake. It's about creating a new relationship with yourself. Many of us have relationships with ourselves, but they're very sporadic and they're very thin. We kind of run away from things that we don't care to address with ourselves so that we can basically forgive and associate and understand and love. So this new relationship where we honor our power within us and we accept that we can create anything we desire. This is imperative to understand our gateway of ascendance so that we begin to realize that I've chosen to practice this every day 24/7. I practice it, you practice it. You don't have to tell people. That's ego. But for you, you determine about, okay, so I'm going to create a new relationship with myself where I honor the power within me. And then I accept that I can create anything I desire. Accepting it is big, okay? Because most of us don't accept that. You may know it in a way, but you don't accept it. It's because of our doubt being used to serving the mind and the ego. So then you say to yourself, I'm gonna master the mind. And mastering the mind is the golden key to magnetizing anything you want to have. Mastering the mind. People go, wow, that sounds deep. That sounds ridiculous. When am I going to have to go to Harvard and all these other Draco schools to get the education? You see, think about it. It isn't a difficult thing. It's all about our journey, about discovering who and what we are. These are all connected with each of us. And so we begin to master the mind, and the golden key to magnetizing anything. So how do you master the mind? You begin to train your mind to focus in one continuous direction for an extended period of time. It doesn't have to be 10 days or ridiculous, but you start out taking one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. So you're training your mind, okay? Let's say that you visualize in your heart, mind's motion picture that you're training the mind because the mind is a child, okay? And in a way, the mind is a child. So what happens, any of you who have children, you know in the beginning, you're the teacher. I mean, you're everything. You're the protector, you're the mentor, you're the friend, you're the parent, you're everything, okay? And so you train the mind to focus, and you direct it to focus. And remember, you're watching you. See? Your pure consciousness is watching you. The God that you are is watching you in physical form. So it's not difficult. So you focus on something that you want the mind to be trained at. And what this does for your mind is that the mind becomes your ally, is slowly but surely mastering this mind that you have. That then, when you can direct the mind, you will too, effortlessly, where you're able to magnetize anything that you desire, that you want to have. Have, do, or experience in this lifetime. A lot of people, you have that reserve, that energy, that feeling that comes in where you can feel it, where none of us are exempt from it, and it just kind of seems like it comes out of clear blue, where doubt comes in, where you have that feeling where you say, how in the heck am I going to be able to master the mind and magnetize anything I want to have, do, or experience in this lifetime? Wait, come on, really? That's the ego mind that comes in on us. And it might be subtle, see? It might be even trickier word subtle. And we just kind of get a little wave, a little feeling. And that's when you say, aha, there comes the ego mind. So you disregard it. It's because you have the confidence through your heart mind that you're mastering the mind, and that you will be able to magnetize anything you want to have, do, or experience in this lifetime. Some people will say, what's the most effective ways to train the mind? Well, through using some form of vibrational frequency. That's the gig there. Using some form of vibrational energy, frequency. You can use your voice. This is a very sacred word or positive, empowering statement that when repeated within yourself gives you an elated, expansive feeling. This is, they've been described as mantras. And the mantra affirms that which you want to experience in this world as if it's happening to you now in the present moment. See, we're literally confirming the reality that we want, stating it to be a fact, and feeling as if it is so. It is emotional frequency and energy from our heart minds. And see, the heart mind directs the mind, so then the mind complies. The power behind this practice is enormous, and it will clarify the vision that you want of what you want to create. So it's like a lasso tether reins. It's a manifesting mantra, creating the reality, and it's holding you tight to the ideal experience you're aiming towards. So it's a message, and it is strengthening your energy every time you repeat it, enhancing the positive emotions and mental state around your desired outcome. Now, I'm not talking about faking it, okay? I'm talking about genuinely feeling it. That's a big difference. Faking it is, that's through the mind and not the heart mind. Enhancing the positive emotions and mental state around your desired income is what you're doing, is what we're all doing, okay? And as you repeat the mantra, the mind will naturally dive deeper inside, exploring the positive, joyous feelings that arise with that thought. So the insights it brings us and the energy and consciousness it expands within us come with us into our daily life, and to track that which we want to create into reality, manifest into our lives. Feeling, say, not thinking, feeling financially free is an experience that we can all identify with and feel challenged by. So to discover the right mantra, the right magnetized mantra, the manifesting mantra, that is catered to our specific body and mind, we'll want to find out exactly where we are specifically struggling with money in our lives. Where do we feel financially inadequate, impoverished, or not at peace with money? You know, I hear a lot of people in conversation, and I don't talk about money, but I listen, I hear people as a spectator, talk about money, and they expel an anger, and you can tell it's coming from their heart minds, is that, money corrupts, and it's horrible, and you shouldn't have it, and everybody, money's bad, money's not good, and this is really dangerous because we actually negate our own abundance. All money is energy. It's just frequency. That's all it is. It's all everything is. So if we were to make a list of all the complaints, negative beliefs, challenging feelings we have about money, we already have a relationship with money. Just get clear on what it is. All of us have a relationship with money. Okay? I don't care if you live in a log in the forest. You have a relationship with money. Might be different than the one living in the city, but all in all, we're one anyway. So you get clear on what that relationship is. So you can use a powerful exercise which would help you to see where you are really wanting things to change in your relationship with money. So then what you do is you take the top 3 to 5 most negative, energetically charged statements from your list and make positive opposite statements out of each of them. So let's say that you wrote down, I never have enough money at the end of the month. All right? How many people say that? I hear it a lot. People saying to me, I never have enough money by the end of the month. I don't have it, you know. This would turn into, this is how you shift it. I always have plenty of money at the end of the month. You just turn it around. Now understand, if you say this just from the mind and not the heart mind over the mind, then it won't take effect. It doesn't have the power. Whatever your negative message is, there is going to be a positive polarity to it. Find out what this is and write it down on a beautiful sheet of paper or someplace you'll see it daily. Okay? So you repeat these 3, 5, 6 positive messages, whatever you choose to be, all day long with feeling, not mind, feeling, heart mind, and deep reverence. So you repeat these all day long with feeling and deep reverence. So you find that in the first day, you probably won't feel the positive, magnetizing, manifesting, creating your reality mantra is true. You'll doubt it, okay? There's the ego mind. And seem like you're faking it. See? It'll seem like you're faking it because it doesn't seem to have any impact. Trying to believe something you really don't. How many of us do that? Well, I'll give it a try. I'll try to believe it. I really don't believe it, but what the heck? And this is the first workout in expanding and heightening our energies. So we tend to remain stuck in old energies and attitudes unless we take massive intense action in another direction. See, our minds, and I think everybody knows it on this call, they have been programmed for perhaps, and I'm not even going to say perhaps, they've been programmed for a very, very, very long time with these negative statements. As soon as you enter the baby body, it starts, and it never ends as long as you're in that body and on to other bodies. So we choose to really dig inside to move these old mountains. And it's going to take everything you've got inside you to shift your entire belief system to the positive side of things. But I'll tell you, the rewards will be worth it. If we were able to cleanse the doors of our perception, everything would appear to us as it is, infinite. Infinite. Now, always people are wanting to make things faster, easier. So, a lot of people will get nervous when you say reprogramming your brain. Oh, what the heck is that? Reprogramming my brain? You have to use a machine? What do you mean reprogramming my brain? So, reprogramming your brain before you go to bed, listening to your whatever mantra you're directing, okay, in abundance, money, whatever it may be. So you're magnetizing, creating into reality and manifesting money mantras. These are vibrational frequencies used in words. So a relaxed mind is a receptive mind. How many of us can say from our heart minds that my mind is relaxed? Okay? And the affirmations will seep in far deeper than during the day. At nighttime, before you go to sleep, it is a very opportune time to do this. Consistency is also a huge factor. And the more frequently that you flood your subconscious mind with these positive thoughts of abundance, the more often the brain is washed clean of the negative beliefs, and the easier it does become to clearly see the huge financial opportunity that may be right in front of your eyes. Now, I'm not saying that the ego mind is not going to try to intervene here. That's where we seem to be harbored and stuck in this existence in these bodies, where that comes in, okay? And we doubt. And we think it's silly. Oh, I've done this so many times. I've had so many so-called experts say this and that, and I've read this, I've done that, and none of it works. And that thrust of heart emotion just completely negates it, blows it right out of the window into space. And can you imagine that all of us, were dripping with wealth right now, right in this very moment, and none of us could see it, okay? And it's the same on our inner world as well as our outer world. We couldn't see it, yet we were just drenched in wealth. And creating into reality, specifically for money mantras, opened the gateway for feeling thankful for what we do have. What is that? Perpetual ingratitude all the time, 24/7. As well as make room for more to enter, more goodness, more happiness, joy. Because guess what? It's what we are. So we reflect it outside of ourselves, embrace ourselves from the outside in. As we are within, we shall be without. Being open to receiving. And surprisingly, many of us are not. We're not open to receiving. We have all of these things and thoughts that we've absorbed through our existence in these bodies, in this life, and so it negates it. We just don't believe it. And so we don't believe that we're deserving to receive. Isn't it funny? You're getting nervous when someone gives you something. I mean, really, I don't mean crazy nervous, but it's almost like you have the feeling of going, oh, I don't really need that. Why are they going to give me that? Instead of being open to it and saying, thank you so much. I am deeply grateful for this. And a lot of us will just say, how many people you come across and no, I don't want anything. Don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. And then you got to come back and say, you're going to insult me if you don't take this gift. So you almost have to force it sometimes with people. Okay? Now, there's one time a year in this country and around the planet where, around Christmas holidays and stuff, that people are more giving, and then people seem to open up a little bit on receiving, when we should be in a receiving mode 24/7, and as well as a giving mode 24/7. Allowing it to happen. It's up to us to allow it to happen. Creating a reality is really simple at the core. It's only the mind that makes things complicated. The richest people in the world may not be the ones with billions in the bank, terrified of losing it all day, every day. The most abundant person is the one who rarely thinks about how much money he or she has, and never ever feels like there's not enough. They are constantly grateful all day long for what they have. If you really want to know the magical spark to all of it, that's it. The most abundant person is the one who rarely thinks about how much money he or she has. They don't count. They don't stress. Period. and they never, ever feel like there's not enough. They are constantly grateful all day long, all night long, all morning long for what they have. In other words, guys, it's a state of mind. All of this is. It's our heart mind over the ego mind. And the second part of it is that our actual physical creating into reality, okay, manifesting of money miraculously shows up when we improve our communication with the universe. There's that universe again. It's really about connection. And when we truly are connected with the universe in an abundant way, we receive abundance in return. And here's the irony to it. Because so many of us haven't discovered yet who and what we are, that the universe is trying to gift to each and every one of us everything we could possibly ever want, wish, or desire. And yet we're like this big trampoline that's in front of us that it bounces off of us. It bounces away. So in a way, it's kind of our job to open up and receive it. And the universe wants us to have it all. Everything. All of it. All the time. Once we let go of resisting the abundance, and this is the biggest factor for this civilization, once we let go of resisting the abundance, the money gates will open up, and massive amounts of abundance will start flooding in perpetually. Whenever you say mantras that you might make up for yourself, manifesting, creating the reality, great wealth, abundance, it's how you feel. It's the feeling. It's how it feels in your body. That's your manifesting power. It comes from our feelings. And the more juicy our feelings are, the richer we will become in every possible way. Now, if we say it or read it without feeling, it won't work. You see? That's what a lot of us make that mistake. If you want to call it a mistake, it's just an experience. But the richer, the more we feel, the richer we become. The more we feel it. And you want to gather all the sensations you can muster of joy, excitement, motivation, or faith that this abundance is on its way now. And you just repeat this all day long, throughout the day. So I'll give it to you before we go into the rest of the meditation. I am a powerful, abundant being with plenty of money. Remember now, this is coming from the heart mind. If you allow it to come through the ego mind, the ego, it ain't going to work at all. It's going to fall flat. I am a powerful, abundant being with plenty of money. I have plenty of money and feel financially secure and at ease. I joyfully receive plenty of money for the services I provide. I always have enough money to do anything I desire. I am always guided towards decisions that make my life richer. The money I spend returns to me 10 times the amount. I am becoming more and more financially free every day in every way. I have a great relationship with money. Money is my friend. I am so grateful for the money that I do have. Everybody is supporting me in creating financial abundance. Abundance is my natural state of being. These are just vibrational frequencies. And your deliverance has to come from the heart mind, and you feel it. If you don't, then it's coming from the ego mind, and it falls completely flat. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. toe, inside and out. Anything that you've magnetized, you're a big magnet, all right? So as you maneuver, everything is coming and sticking to you. Now, you don't have to have it. You don't have to allow it to stick to you, all right? And through the heart mind, you go, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. Ooh, I'll keep this. This is great. This is uplifting. This is wonderful. Not that, not that, not that. So you release all of that stress, anxiety, worry, fear. Either you're in the past or worrying about the future, about, well, oh, what about this? And, oh, am I going to have, oh, and what about that? And let it all go. Remember, you're not the slave. You're not the slave. You're not the servant. You're the master. So, relax the body. The body will respond because our relationship with our body is very important, just like it is with our God. So as we do this, we want to move into the now. What is the now? A lot of people say that. What the heck is the now? It's moment to moment. It's a space between heartbeats. And what does it do? It stills the ego mind. It stills it. That's powerful. And it creates our future, because in the now we're creating our future. And in the now, we don't have thousands of thoughts banging on us because we're only focused moment to moment. It becomes much simpler, much clearer. Now as we relax the body and we move into the now, how do we stay in the now? Say, a lot of us will go into the past. Why do we go into the past though? It's over. Why do we really look to have memories and embrace old things that have all gone and the frequency's gone with it? And we're in the now, but we gravitate into these past experiences and memories. What are the memories? And we have everything with us anyway, but some of us will incessantly grab onto that past, which is dead. It's gone, and we will create a future that doesn't exist with that past, and relive that past and that future. And then we wander off into the future that's not theirs. It's no future. Everything is the now. And what happens to the now for most of us? It's just all by itself sitting there. Nobody's interested in the now. They're either interested in the past or the future. Why do you think this civilization has been so disjointed for so long? So fractured? Well, it's a good bet that's why. So, we breathe. Our breath is the now. Have you ever heard of, you remember the breath yesterday? Or do you remember the breath into the future? Do you know the breath in the future? Well, it's silly, right? You laugh about it because it's the breath in the now. It's all there is. So when you focus on your breath, you will know that you're in the now. That's it. There aren't just a ton of thoughts banging you all the time. So we take that breath with a relaxed body, and that breath is divine positive energy that focuses on the now. It's divine positive energy because it sustains the body that holds the God within it. So we have 7 energy vortexes. They go right up the center of our bodies. There's 7 of them. There's wheels of light, different colors, all different flowers, all different geometrical shapes in the center. These are our etheric, spiritual bridges from spirit to physical, physical to spirit, back and forth. So we take this divine positive positive energy along with our God force energy that flows effortlessly through these conduits, these chakras, these the chi, the God force, along with our divine positive energy. We're like a spring, a fountain, and so it comes right up, and it just flows into the air and back down around. So we bring our divine positive energy, our root chakra, our Muladhara. This is a red wheel of light, career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. It represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. It's at the base of the spine and tailbone area. And grounded means going with the flow. And no anticipation, no expectation or attachment, because you know. Survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food are our emotional connections. Physical association is our spine, our rectum, our leg, arms, and circulatory system. And then we move to the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. This is our orange wheel of light, our sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's in our lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. And what are our emotional issues? Sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical associations, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. And then we go to the golden yellow wheel of light, our solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. It's our personal power, ability to channel. So it's our ability to be confident and in strength with our lives. It's in our upper abdomen and the stomach area. What are our emotional issues with this chakra? Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. What are our physical associations? It's our central nervous system, our pancreas, our liver, our digestive tract, our skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. This is love, relationships, and self-acceptance. You are magnificent, magna glorious, spectacular, just as you are right now. It's our ability to love. It's in the center of our chest, just above our heart, and our emotional issues are love, joy, and inner peace. These are emotional issues with ourselves. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This is our ability to communicate, self-expression, talk with ourselves and others. It's in our throat. Emotional issues that we have, communication, self-expression of feelings, and the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the ajna. Intuition, sense of purpose, direction in life. So it's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. You see, watch and view this all through your motion picture in your heart mind. Some people just see the trees, others see the forest. This physical association is our emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical association, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And you call it, brow chakra. Between the eyes up and the right, actually in between the brow. And then we go to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. This is a connection to the divine. It's the highest chakra. Represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually to the God within us, to pure consciousness. It's the very top of our heads. Our emotional issues are your inner and outer beauty, your connection to the spirituality, pure bliss, and the physical associations with pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. So we bring this powerful energy of divine positive energy and God force energy up through the center of this chakra, all the way top of our heads, and we hold it there briefly. And I am light, I am love, I am, and in that brief moment we condense it and compress it into pure liquid energy, and we release it over our pineal glands. And you see the pineal gland any way you choose. I see it as a green ball, rosebud, and then I pour this liquid energy over it, saturates it, and it immediately full blossoming rose, wonderful, beautiful fragrance, multicolored petals, softness, and yet strength and power, and it just literally sends out these really soft waves of total love, total gratitude, total peace. And it opens up all the gateways. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is a gateway to pure consciousness, to God and beyond. So it's important to all of us while we're in these bodies. It literally opens up everything where you can be everywhere, everything and everything, and nowhere and nothing at the same time. We're consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We are aware, and we know that we are merged, that we're one. The higher self, the spirit, the soul. Pure consciousness, the God, the body. We're all one. We are paradise. As we walk, we create the paradise, and we are heaven on earth. So the heaven on earth walks and creates the paradise. This is a much higher frequency. And that's what we're doing. Effortlessly. All through our heart minds. Our God light, God force energy continues to intensify and continues to expand. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel and Thought. Many, many, many more. And the archangels, they're a civilization who vibrate at a higher frequency than we do, so that's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we meet them in many different ways. Strangers, loved ones, all. It's not like you really know, but then you do. And we're all part of each other. So we're reflections of each other. And we're all here to learn from each other and with each other. Now, over 60,000 of them can surround any one of us at one time because they can take up a small space in a large number because of their frequency. The ascended masters, they're those who have mastered ascension out of body and hold God form pure consciousness. We, on the other hand, are mastering physical form into body. We ascend into body so that we can experience. We create our experiences so that we can perfect our creations. And they, both the archangels and the ascended masters, are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, we're all compelled to invite all the other reflections of ourselves. All of us. So we call out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, this meditation form, this circle of light. And they come in the googolplexes. One googolplex fills this universe. They come in the trillions of googolplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, agartho, beneath earth. A lot of different species, civilizations. Many, many, many. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. See as we assemble, through your heart minds. We call upon all the galactics, off-worlders, and celestials. Only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and the highest, of and from the highest, of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, this meditation of forming the circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them, and even then, briefly and barely familiar. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. And in naming the ones that we're briefly aware of, and including all the civilizations and species of those civilizations, we have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline. We have the Grey of the Nord. We have the Draco. We have the Reptilian. We have the Golden Pyramids, and we have the Avian. All civilizations have the good, have the not so good, and have the bad. All so that we can learn and experience. Now, they've been assisting us with our evolution, our enlightenment, our ascension, and freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. Now, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us. Now, we're only familiar with a handful, and there are trillions of them, in every shape, color, size, form, and configuration we've never seen. And just a handful of our familiarity, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now. We immediately form a circle of light. It's massive at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation. It is so bright. It is our God force energy. It is of the highest, high, deep eternal love. It is so bright it grays out the darkness of space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its brilliant brightness. And we're all one. We're all hand in hand, arm in arm, all of our gods together. generosity and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance. We're all one, we're all God, we're all love, and our God light force energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Pure, deep, eternal love, and it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. We begin to ascend, levitate above the planet, and as we do this, our white light is saturating, flooding, and bathing everything and everything, nothing and nothing. All of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, are in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. And as we ascend, as we levitate, we come into this massive gossamer field. It is everywhere, and it is saturating everything with deep eternal love and gratitude and abundance and prosperity, all that we are reflecting back to us. All these little mirrors of all of us, brilliant colors. We immediately are met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, our strength, and our resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This column reminds each and every one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are all imbued with an impenetrable God force frequency field of the whitest whites and the deepest of eternal love. This is a harmonic frequency. Any external authority, power, energy cannot breach it, cannot violate it, cannot influence it, cannot seduce it. Nothing from the outside can harm it. We are protected 24/7. But only you have the power. Only you, whether you decide consciously or unconsciously, if you lower your vibrational frequency low enough, and hatred and anger and frustration and stress and tension and hurriedness and manipulation, greed, ego, you will create a breach in your white fire armor field, allowing the lower dark matter, lower survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can use the purple transmuting flame to transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance and send them back to pure consciousness where they're no more. They're gone. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can purify, cleanse, and lift, and restore our deep eternal love vibrational frequency, sealing our breach. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the rainbow, and we are the rain. We are the trees, and we are the forest. We are the rivers, the waters. We're the sky. We're the sun. We are everything and everything and nothing and nothing. We continue to ascend above this planet, and as we do, some of us step outside our physical form, and we float effortlessly above our bodies. And we come across this massive crystalline light tower. We created this. It's larger than the solar system, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's magnificent because in the center we see this massive oblong sphere harmonizing out in these soft waves, flooding us head to toe, inside and out, with a deep eternal love, gratitude, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, stillness of mind, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity, wealth. 24/7, it's eternal. Now at the top, we designed it so that the golden ocean can come flooding down 360 degrees, as it does. Flooding, saturating, bathing everything and everything, nothing and nothing, head to toe, inside and out, with pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, happiness, joy, all that we are in the very core of our existence, flooding us from outside. We then see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It holds well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of us, every day, with the highest of the deepest eternal love intent for all life, the highest supreme value in the universe is to be in total bliss, harmony, joy, contentment, and through the heart-mind. And this sphere floods us 24/7 perpetually. This is why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. As in the golden ocean of the crystalline light tower, we are all drops of that ocean, and we contain the essence of that ocean. The ocean is the drop, and the drops are the ocean. Feel your richness.